Hey.
Fans, I know. We're a little late, but we're gonna do our pageant wave. Hello, people. Notice no do-rags tonight.
No.
It wasn't picnics on the center this time. So this victory isn't actually on that quarterback. So I didn't want to wear my turco chains or anything like that. I got to get it all fixed up. So, and then of course, I'm not convinced, but we're going to get into that a little later. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to everybody that's kind of early in chat. People that don't jumped up in here, say hello.
Hello.
How are you, Mr. Silk Legacy? You're always the first one in here. We love you. What's up, Queens? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but the Falcons geek gets on.
All right. All right.
That's right. Slogan. Tell us the way you bring in a winning Tuesday, ladies. How do y'all feel today? Great. Was a mix because she got on a certain shirt. So Miss Pam kind of in her feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess. And also Leo ATL. What's going on, brother? How are ya? How's it going? If we lose to the Jets, but come on, people. Don't get into this Falcons talk. Let's be real here. Let's be a little realistic.
I said that last week. Yep.
I did say that.
Been expecting y'all since 8. See, IMAX, look at you. You calling us out.
See, we on black folks time. You know that.
A little more extreme this time. A little lengthier than normal. Because we had it together tonight. But you know what? Y'all love us because we just extra sometimes. So shout out to good evening, ladies in chat. Thank you, guys and fellas.
Thank you.
But in case you are new to the channel, and please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, that'll be great. Yes. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. You already know me as the first lady of Atlanta Falcons Nation. Used to be the only lady of Atlanta Falcons Nation then. Here comes the Lady Birds of AFN and said, we got some things to talk about and we want to talk about. So I'm Ms Maggie T. And right next to me, introduce yourself.
I'm better known as Auntie Pam from Columbus, Georgia. Hello, welcome to our show. Big rivalry game on Friday. Sing 'em.
Oh. Okay, Miss Pam. Okay, sing 'em. And who's right underneath her? And you always have interesting names. So now today you are the dirtiest.
Dirtiest.
Go ahead and introduce
yourself. Look, that's how I was in New Orleans. We were the dirtiest. So, hey, and shout out to the Hawks for the win in the goal too. So, a double whammy.
It's for a Georgia fan. Oh, it's a winning weekend. Pam, just had to throw that in there.
Okay.
All right. Throw that in there, just so you know. So all my teams won. I don't know about you. So
my defense let me down. I can say that.
It's gonna be all night, Miss Pam. I'm just gonna let you know about that. Okay. All right. So let me make sure this is shared everywhere. Because we have a special one tonight. We actually have a guest will be joining us tonight. And I think that person, where do you go?
Is he there? Hopefully he's there.
He's there. He'll be back. We'll give him time.
Okay.
So we'll prolong it and everything else in a minute. Make sure he comes back. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we're excited. We are excited about tonight. But let me just check in real quick. Make sure. There you go. Okay. What happened? I didn't even realize. Are you better? Are you good? Thumbs up. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to be talking about Falcons football. It's winning Tuesday. I see the home team. Got hey beautiful ladies. Hey Miss Karina. Go Dogs. That's right.
Oh my God.
The home team, sweet.
Oh gosh.
404 ATL home take in the NOLA. That was a good weekend. Absolutely. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
What's going, Scotty?
All right, Scotty.
baby. Falcons will beat the Jets on the road Sunday. Write it down. Okay.
Ooh, I hope so.
No, because we're going to write that down because you know what? We're feeling kind of good now. We got a little wind under our belt because it's been quite depressing.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm so blurry, but it's been quite the depressing thing to be sometimes. A diehard Falcons fan, knowing we're going to rep our team. It's just how it's everybody. But this is going to be one of our super fan series, and I call them super fans either, whether they're dressing up in all kinds of Falcons attire or, you know, they're content creators and they're just diehard Atlanta Falcons fans.
Yes.
Like we got Bree coming in. So let me get her to introduce herself. Miss Bree, you ready? Then we're going to introduce our guest of the hour. Okay. Let's bring Miss Bree on. And you know what? We got a certain day coming up, aren't we?
Yes, it is. It's tomorrow.
Okay, somebody got a happy birthday, but we celebrate this weekend.
Thank you so much.
So let everybody know who you are, introduce yourself, and then we're going to bring in our guest.
Hey, everyone. I am Bree from the AUG. Glad to be on with you all tonight. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
I'm going to get my camera in order, yeah. I don't know why I'm so blurry. I'm going to get me another camera. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm going to come in and out in a minute. Let's see. But thank you, Miss Bree. Thank you, Miss Bree, for coming in and joining us with the conversation. But I would like, I'm just going to be right here real quick so I can fix my camera. But I want to bring in the man of the hour. You know how we do. We like to highlight our amazing content creators because now this is a hard worker. I call him a Mexican because he has different jobs, different podcasts, and holds down a 9-to-5 as well. How does he do it? I don't even know. I can barely do it. So I recommend anybody that comes on back to back to back and bring all the content in this world. OMG. I want to know, how in the world do you have the energy to do this? And guys, I think you might know who he is. You know, well, we are Falcons fans. I think you will. So let's go ahead and bring in the guest of the hour and let him introduce himself. We're going to learn a little bit about his background and as well. So you're going to get a little bit to know who this guest is. And
hey,
Mr. T-Wil, what's going on?
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Maggie, Auntie, Christy, Bree. Thank you for having me.
Love it. And we follow and watch you as well whenever I can catch it. Now that we've had some backstage conversation, it's like, okay, when I see the notification, I just click on it. That's just how we're gonna go with that one. So I try to do, you know, I know everybody do things on different nights, and sometimes we do overlap each other, but it's great. That means there's just plenty of content out there for people. So you tune in to whoever you want to tune in. I love it. Even if you go back and watch it, we do love people that come back and return, you know, and show some love. So what's up, T-Wil? It said, hey, what's going on? It said T-Wil family. What's up? How you doing? The red and black. We got Debo vibes in the house. What's up, Debo?
Hey,
What up,
Debo?
What's going on, Debo? What's up, Legacy? Hello,
y'all fantasy stuff is hilarious right now.
Yeah.
That whole series that Debo was doing, you know, that's, I just like, we got Miss Williams. Look at it. We're going to have a fun
Miss
okay. Let's bring her on in. Make sure these kids got this food out the oven because I still smell it.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Whitney.
Hey.
We're happy to have you tonight.
Yeah, got a little distracted putting up our Christmas tree, but I'm here.
All right.
And we're here on a good day because it's Winning Tuesday. So that has to feel good because, like we said earlier, it was this back-to-back losing streak was just not fun.
Oh.
You know, Silk Legacy said, "What's up, T-Wil? You get some." Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let everybody know a little bit about you. I'm talking to Miss with, and then we're gonna go ahead into T-Wil. We're gonna interview him, ask some questions because I like to know a little bit about you. So, go ahead and introduce yourself, Miss Witt.
Well, you guys already know it's your girl Whitney J from the A Ready to Slay. We are 4 and 7, but maybe Kirk Cousin may save the day. We don't know.
Maybe Raheem Morris finds a way. We'll see.
We'll see.
That's being optimistic. Hey, maybe he's better because the way he's talking, like, well, he's a lot healthier. He's looking.
I mean, maybe we'll get a
cousin I thought he was gonna be. That's what he's saying.
Maybe we'll get a Kurt Vimber and Kurt Simba. We don't know.
Good point. You're gonna look convinced over there, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in a moment. But we're gonna go ahead. Thank you, Ms. Witt, for introducing yourself. We got a full lady panel with a couple more guests coming in later on in the show by the name of Make Way Sports. Y'all follow them. It's a content creator episode today, full show. So, but I want to get into the question for you. First, we're going to get into just before we get into the football talk. What sparked your interest in social media platform? What made you expand to include, as well as other areas like movies and collabs and things like that? Where did all this start from?
Like most men, my wife. She got sick of hearing me talk about it with my brother. I think you guys know my brother Eric Parker.
Right.
So Eric and I would be on the phone and we'd be talking, and she'd be like, "Oh my God!" So one day she was like, "Why don't you just start a podcast? We get rid of all of that, and then when you come talk to me, And I was like, so that was kind of like the start. And I tried to get into. Man, I tried to get into the business probably 4 years ago. And, if you don't know anybody, you don't know anybody. And my brother was talking with Jack Spade one day. It's just interesting how God works.
Mute him in. I think there's some feedback if you don't mind. If somebody can mute so we can try to figure out where the audio is. But I want you to be them to hear you. So if you don't mind.
No worries.
If the ladies can mute real quick. And go ahead. So Jack Spade, you met him and...
Yeah, so Jack Spade and my brother are friends, and they were talking one day, and I guess Eric said, "Hey man, you gotta have my brother on your show." And he called on like one of the worst days of my life. I mean, it had been a terrible day from start to finish. Like everything that could go wrong went wrong. The shower, the cold water went out, the toilet over flooded. I think it was cold. The heat went out. Like it was a sucky day. And at about 6 o'clock, my phone rings and it's Eric, and I'm like, and I'm with my wife, and she's looking at me like, "Don't you talk about the Falcons?" So I answered, right? And he's like, "Hey man, it's me and Jack, and he has a podcast, da 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 da." And I was like, "Oh my God!" So we just started talking, and I think Jack and I probably talked for like 3 days or whatever.
Okay.
And I ended up starting on One Time for the Fan, and the rest is kind of history. So yeah. Awesome. I had been trying to get in the business for I think maybe 2 years before that, but I did. And then as far as the movies are concerned, I've always loved movies. Always loved movies. My wife is not a movie person. So again, it was kind of like,
or a movie person.
You're already doing the sports. Why don't why don't you just go and do a podcast? And then I don't have to hear about it. So true story. Are you guys familiar with anybody seen the Avengers here? The whole Avengers series? All right. Anybody seen Endgame?
Yes.
Okay. So my favorite part, right, is when Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, the original three, go to fight Thanos. It's the last fight, and he's beat down Thor. He's beat down Iron Man, and Captain America is fighting him, and he smacks the crap out of him with his shield, and his mask is halfway off. And all of a sudden, we see the forces of Thanos just descend, and it's like 1 million people. And Captain America looks at him and says, "I can do this all day." Right? And then we hear in Cap's ear, "Hey, Cap, on your left." And the entire Marvel universe descends, right? And I'm telling my wife this story, and I got a tear in my eye because I'm so excited. And she literally goes, Did you take the trash out? Did you? No. So, main thing is,
she was concerned. She's just,
she's not a Marvel fan.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I got into it, and it's my passion, so I enjoy it.
Okay, so I'm glad you told us a little bit about that. For those inspiring people that want to get out here and get into the podcast world, just do it, because your wife don't want to hear you talk about it all day long.
No.
Now us ladybirds, we talk about it, but not everybody. We're trying to encourage more women. I'll say this: just sit there and watch the football game with them, and try to figure out, what's going on just a little bit.
Yeah,
like a little bit more happy, even if you don't care too much about it. But it's his pastime, and he obviously wants your feedback. So I'm going to tell you about the game or talk to my brother about it. But it works. Your dynamic works, and hey, now you got a outlet of a platform now where you can talk about it all day long. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate it. We're going to get about the name of it at the end and everything, so everybody can kind of follow you and everything else. But as you can see, people already know who you are. T-Wil, Lady Birds, and T-Wil. It's football time, so you infamous. People recognize you. I wasn't worried about that, but let's go ahead and get into the next question, and then I would love to get into some football talk. And then we have some guys in the back I mentioned earlier. We're going to get into some conversation. We might well just make it a whole day of it. Yes. How about that? So my question to you is, how long have you really been a Falcons fan?
Well, to those of you who watch my show, you know what I'm going to say. Look at man, I've been a Falcons now. I've been a Falcons fan for about 48 years. So I first started watching the Falcons in 1977. And me and my dad would watch it downstairs in our basement, and that was our time. And matter of fact, I think 77 was the Grits Blitz. I'll never forget that. So that was my inaugural year watching the Falcons.
Okay. And Miss Pam, I was going to send you a private message. It's like a little feedback when you went off mute. I don't know if you want to come in or not. Because I would love to be able to hear everybody, but it's a little feedback. And y'all know how those technical things. So I don't know if you got an earpiece on. You might want to disconnect it if you do. Try to come in and come out. Maybe that'll work.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I noticed it when I muted her. So okay. So Falcons fans. So how many in the chat is Falcons fans since that time frame? Some people kind of came in with the Vic era. I was a fan when it was just a little bit before that time. So I think I've earned my stripes to be a Falcons fan. So, I love to see some of the fans, when did you become a 48 years, OG years? Okay, Lady Birds. What 48? Oh, you talking about him. Okay. I'm like, you're not even old enough to be that, saying 48 years. Since 2007. Okay, Raymond. I see you. All right. So the next question for you, Mr. T-Wil. Mm-hmm. I guess now we're going to get into, since, hey, you've been a long time fan, what are some Falcons memories that stuck with you?
Boy. All right. I'll try and limit it to 3 or 4. So the first is 1980. We're playing the Cowboys. We're up by 17 points. Gosh darn it. Drew Pearson catches that touchdown and broke my heart. I was in tears. My dad was like, you better not be crying over those Falcons. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not crying now. Right. It broke my heart, man. So, I'm 10. I was a goofy kid. So I literally have on my Falcons jersey and cowboy boots. I don't know why. I was 10. Okay. Just work with me. And I had on some jeans. And I was super excited about the Falcons winning. And they broke my heart, which was a good thing because there would be so much more of that coming in the future. So, those of you who've been a Falcon fan for 40 years, 28-3 was nothing because we're used to this. You know what I mean? We're built for this.
Let me ask you this quick question. So, because of course, Falcons at some point was blacked out and things like that. So was the cowboy boots because we was forced to watch America's America's team?
I don't know why. I think I was just a goofy kid. I don't know why. I don't know why I chose it. I just remember there was a picture. I think it's been destroyed, thankfully, because I had this big ass afro and buck teeth. Oh, I didn't mean to curse. I'm sorry. I had I had this huge my afro was so big I get into a car, I had tinted windows. It was huge. I don't have hair anymore because Father Time is cruel. But I had this huge afro and buck teeth and these goofy boots. And so yeah, that picture's been destroyed. But I don't know why. I don't know why I wore cowboy boots. But anyway, that was one. The other had to be in the 80s. I may have been 12. And Steve Bartkowski, Falcons are losing. I'm praying to God, come on, God, we lose every Sunday. You gotta do something, right? We're losing the whole game. And I literally, and it scared me after this, but I literally said, I'm not praying to you anymore about the Falcons. You don't answer my prayer. I promise you. As soon as I said that, Steve Bartkowski dropped back, throws an 80-yard bomb to Alfred Jenkins, touchdown, Falcons win 10-6. And I was too scared to be excited because I was like, ooh, my mom was a pastor, right? You don't tempt God. So I was like, okay, all right, my bad. Okay. I remember that. I literally was afraid after that. So there's that. There's 98. When we kicked the field goal, we took on the Minnesota Vikings, which was one of the best offenses ever.
Yes.
And when he kicks that field goal, I embarrassed my wife so bad. Because you ever seen soccer where they rip their shirts off or whatever? I ripped my shirt off and ran outside like, we're going to the Super Bowl. She was like,
I don't feel bad. Me and my sister were making paper hats and stuff like that just because, you know, we had some Falcons gear, but it was like, we're going to just get outside and yell. And my dad was looking at us like, because of course he's a diehard old school, like, you know, but I think he was excited that we were excited. But yeah, we was like, yeah, we were to make, you know, that's when newspapers was a big thing then, you know, put out little stuff, and it was like, we're gonna make this a little it's exciting. It's fun to be a Falcons fan.
My wife,
the city was electrified. It was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time.
My wife was like, if you don't get yourself back in this, because I was, oh my God, I'm out yelling. All the neighbors, of course, other neighbors are outside, but you know, whatever. So we're super excited about that. Of course, there is, 28-3. And it's funny because as we're watching this game, so my brother, Eric Parker, most of y'all know him, was at my house. As a matter of fact, it's because of this loss, we no longer watch the games together because we're very superstitious. So we're watching it and we're up. And I say to Eric, I'm like, this game isn't over. I said, because ultimately we're going to have to run the ball. And remember, Alex Mack was hurt. And so he was in the first half, they shoot you up, right? But I knew the second half was coming, and it felt like we couldn't run the ball. So anyway, those would be my I guess top 4 or 5 memories. So that's it.
Those now, hold on, sorry. Those are great memories though. You know, I just love to have, because like Miss Pam, she's our OG of the crew. You know, she know a little bit more about previous times than I wasn't born then. So it's like, you know, like to hear all those stories and things about that, especially it's coming from, you know, because a lot of people saying that Falcons don't have fans.
That's a myth. That's a myth. But Atlanta is such a transient. I think the issue with a lot of Falcons fans is, let's be honest, we all have trauma, right? We all, because what happens at the beginning of the year, it's packed. It's wall-to-wall Falcons fans. And what happens, right? What happens? Usually we have a bad loss, and it's like a bad relationship. There she go again, 2:00 in the morning on that BS, and now you don't want to deal with her. Yeah, I'm not answering your call. No, I'm not, Falcons, because you stayed out late to 2 in the morning. You ain't answering my call. You know what I mean? It's like a bad relationship. So a lot of our fans have trauma, and look at the nearest site of failure, they run, because who wants to relive that? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely, what the young folks say, vulnerable with y'all.
Right.
I could not watch ESPN for a year.
Me either. I could not watch it.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't turn it on. I couldn't do it, right? Because I'm like, I just couldn't believe it.
And that's when people started getting into content creating and things like that, because it's like, we don't want to hear that outside stuff. Yeah. You know, they don't show us love. And it was like, you got the Patriots every game we face them now. It's, you know, you got other people 28 and Like, it's old, people. Let it go.
Let it go. Please move on.
You know?
Definitely.
And I said this comment from Smooth C78. Did you ask T-Wil why Jack keeps leaving his leaf blower at people?
I'm going to ask him, Smooth C. I'm going to ask him. Matter of fact, I think we'll be doing a show tomorrow night. So I'll definitely.
Okay. I'll miss y'all tune into that. Speaking of, let everybody know what your show is. Then we're going to bring in the other fellas because we're getting ready to get into some football talk. And then we're going to probably end it with a little bit of college talk, too, because Miss Pam, she's in her feelings about them stingers. And, you know, I'm UGA born and bred, ma'am.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
Yeah, no.
So I do a lot of shows. I've never been referred to as the Mexican. I'm gonna have to tell my wife. My new nickname is the Mexican.
Many jobs, many hats, or Jamaican.
My
whichever
nickname,
way you want to look at it.
The Mexican or the Jamaican, whichever whichever you want. No, so I'm on a show with Jack one time for the fan. We typically do it Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, and Friday. But Jack has been helping out with the relief effort with Jamaica, so it fluctuates, right? My show's on my network. I have 2 networks. I've got for my ATL Sports 1.
Okay.
Which we air the Terry and Carrie show, which could be Wednesday, could be Thursday, could be Friday. I don't know. Whichever.
That's what I said when I see your thing light up that you live, that's when I
go with the notification. Yeah. And then there's What the Falcon, Home of the Brave with Scott Karasik, like Jurassic. We do that typically Thursdays. Thursdays? Yeah, typically Thursdays. And then I've typically have like a Monday show with the Falcons after the game, but I was tired, so I didn't do it this Monday. But those are my 3 shows. I do.
When you need a break sometimes, you do.
Yeah, well, I also work 2 jobs, so it's a lot.
And you work. That's what I'm saying. You just got a many.
Yeah,
pull this all together.
Many
That's
man.
Team of folks that I'll just be in the background while y'all do that. You know, I'll do this show. I got another show for Candid Room that's opposite of this. Oh, well, it's coming back in December because of the holidays. I'm not doing a Friday show. Just that alone is a lot of work.
It's a lot. People don't realize how much work goes into preparing a show. I wish I was like Big Lo, because Big Lo can literally go live and have no script. I'm so jealous. I tell him all the time, I'm so jealous because I'm not that talented. Like, if I went live and didn't have a script, I'd be like, hey, y'all. Yeah. So I don't know. What do we I wouldn't know what to say, right? So you've got to prepare for those shows. You've got to put blood, sweat, and tears. And anyway, so there's that. Do a show on Saturday with a guy named Jordan Burton. We're doing the entire MCU universe. So to those of you nerds out there who love Marvel, love the MCU, we do that. And then I'm doing movies probably starting next week. I'll do one maybe one Tuesday, maybe one Thursday, but that's it.
Okay. So one of these days we're gonna get us a schedule. So we can it's like, this is how you find T-Wil.
One day.
And all these many shows. But you know, I love it because it's therapy for me to do this and things like that. And I love to interact with different people of all walks of life that are Falcons fans, sports fans, movie fanatics, what have you. So speaking of, we're gonna go ahead and bring in some guests in the house. And now we're gonna talk about these Falcons. Okay. What's going on, the lovely Tiffany? What's going on? She made it on over to you too. Hey, Miss Ma'am. And we have Raymond again. He's laughing at, we get silly over here. So I'm a diehard Falcons fan here in Galveston, Texas.
Love it, John.
All right. See, we got fans all over the world. Don't let nobody tell you any different. But on that note, speaking of Falcons fans and other, because this is our, in case you didn't know, this is our super fan series of just, this is our, content creators, podcasters of the world out there. Because yes, we also got to entertain our Falcons fans from jumping off ledges, So we come in and do what we do to make sure you guys have somebody familiar and you can recognize and say, it's going to be all right, fans. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in, we're going to start it off with, now this is from Make Way Sports, in case you're not familiar, they've actually been on the show before. let's go ahead and bring in Daryl. Let's start off with him. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Daryl.
What's happening?
Welcome.
What's happening to everybody? What's happening to the Georgia Tech fans, baby? What's happening, Auntie Pam? What's happening?
Daryl.
See, you're starting off wrong already.
We good.
No.
What is you talking about? What is you talking about? Okay.
We are good.
We're gonna go up here with Pam. How about that? We're gonna move you on up because the Tech fans will be upside. That's what we're gonna do. I think he froze, but good. But anyway, so I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I think he froze just a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring up the next guy because I don't know. You gonna let me down back there? Are you gonna let me down? Okay. I see you. Oh, see, you got on the right stuff. I put you right by Pam. So
there we go.
Go ahead.
There we go.
Introduce yourself, you super fan. Introduce yourself.
Go dog. Go dog.
Sing them.
How y'all doing today?
It's gonna be a funny episode today. Okay. We got one mo in the house. Are you going? Which side are you on? Okay, we don't know. Mathis.
The wrong side. The wrong side.
He on the wrong side.
Hey, look,
now that y'all done lost these 2 games, we ain't even got to worry about biting y'all. How about that?
So you
don't have to put no effort into it.
The wrong coin over there, some roll tide. Thank goodness Miss Stina B is not on here. She is definitely roll tide in this family.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll dysfunctional house right now, but that's okay.
A house divided.
A house divided. So welcome, Mathis. Let everybody know about you, and then we're gonna go ahead. If y'all don't mind, we're gonna talk a little bit of Falcons football. Then we'll get into some college if y'all okay with that. So big house. I think this is gonna be fun. Everybody share this out, please. You got all your favorite content creators in one place, so show them some love, please. And then we'll be able to get about their channels at the end of it. I'll make sure that it's pinned to the chat at the end, okay? So that way you can find it very easily. So with that being said, we're gonna start off with the guests in the house and everything else. So I guess we just kind of want to go over, let's talk about victory. Let's talk about it. Kirk Cousins had to come on back. Try to stay. Now, it doesn't mean playoffs, but it means we might see a couple of more wins because we don't have a first round. So we're winning for the first time in 5 games or so. So
5 games, yes.
5 games, yes.
It feels great to at least. I said we don't do nothing else, y'all. And it's funny. I talked to I was speaking to a fan, and she was like, "I don't care what we do, but if we don't beat the Falcons, it's a terrible thing. They know that they are in the rebuild." And she was like, "I don't care, but I'm the same way. I don't care what the record is like, and it's always like that with us. Our NFC South rivals. Well, everybody else tries to be the big brother, and but it's always the Saints and the Falcons. Let's just keep it real. The kitty cats and Tampa, they be trying to speak a little bit, but something is different about that New Orleans and Falcons rivalry. So we're gonna start off with you, T-Wil. Give us your thoughts about how you feel about this game, and I guess my question is for everybody. I'm gonna go with the guys first, and we'll get with the ladies. Are you feeling good about this thing? Like, we're gonna go out there and just beat down teams now, or are you not quite convinced? How do you feel about this game? What you thought about that?
I guess a better question is, did we win it or did they lose it? So they got into the red zone 4 times and scored 3 points. They missed 2 field goals. They went for it on 4th and didn't get it. They got 3 points. I'm unsure. I you know what I mean? Because you don't know. I mean, this is a woefully inept Saints team. So, I mean, you could feel it is a victory. It is a victory, but this team they might not be able to beat Georgia. I mean, they're that bad. right? They're awful. They are no disrespect to you Saints fans. It happens, okay? It's sick. All teams are going to go through this. They're ups and downs, right? Right now, they're terrible. They are donkey hooters. They are the worst. So I don't know that I feel too happy about going into their house. And I mean, I'm glad we didn't lose. It could have been worse, but I don't know, right? Mooney looked better. So clearly Mooney and Kirk have a connection. There was more play action. I guess my question is, where was this the entire season? And
Ooh, that is the question that needs answer.
Why are we just bringing that out now? And then I guess another question is, did it hurt Penix to get under center? Because he got hurt in the last game, right? So he wasn't hurt, supposedly, allegedly, as the young folks say, in any games prior to this, except for San Francisco. So why then did we run so much under center now? And we were successful. And we came out in 3 tight formations. So is it that I don't know what it is? See, here's the thing. With this administration, I don't know what to think, right? Because I mean, look, I don't mean to do a history lesson, but Kirk was hurt for 5 games last year. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. No, wait, he was hurt, right? Because he wasn't hurt in the beginning, then he wasn't. Okay. Then,
by the way, Mooney's collar, this and that, and this and that.
Yeah, well, that was early in the season, right? But initially, when Mooney got hurt, he was day to day, right? Not a broken collarbone. He was day to day, right? Okay. And then we had the whole thing. But the point is, they're not necessarily forthcoming with information. So Penix could have been hurt the entire year because it doesn't make sense. Why do you just deploy 3 tights now? He's under center. And you know what? Play action worked. And this is with Kirk Cousins, who doesn't have Penix's arm. So if it worked for Kirk, would it not work for Penix? Those are my thoughts, guys. I'll shut up.
Okay, those are beautiful points. And I would love to hear what the guys have to say with that. I'm going to go ahead and go to the tech fan up there. Yeah, not Miss Pam, the other tech fan. Go ahead. Let us have it, Techie.
All right. We just got to talk about this at Midway Sports. It could be a couple different things. I think what we started to lean towards was Michael Penix is not comfortable under center, which is a woefully inadequate answer to the question, right? Because if you're not comfortable, you're an NFL quarterback. You better get comfortable, right? Because that's part of the job. So it's either that he's not comfortable under center, so they're trying to do, maybe his footwork isn't up to par, and they're trying to do what they have to do to make him comfortable. But if that's the case, then my question is, y'all flew up to Washington to watch this boy throw the ball around. Nobody at that time said, hey, get under center. Let's see what you could do. Nobody looked at his footwork. And if that's the case, I said it before and I will say it again, it is coaching malpractice and heads need to roll. So, and Mathis and yo, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we came to the consensus they got to get to the Super Bowl for the coaches to keep their jobs.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You can go win the Super Bowl and they can still go the next day. I'm sorry.
Well, I said if they get to the Super Bowl, Coach Rock can come back. Anything short of the Super Bowl, he needs to go. The OC needs to go. The special teams coordinator needs to be beheaded, and his head needs to be put on a pike. From now on, let's just kick the ball out the end zone. Let's give it to him on the 35 or the 40, whatever the new rule is, because that's still better than them getting across 50-yard line. But that's another story for another time. I'm sorry. Y'all, what you think?
Hey, I agree 100%.
Losing somebody here. But fellas, go ahead. I don't know, Mathis, which one of y'all want to go ahead and take it?
Go ahead, yo.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, I agree 100%. The coaches have to go, all of them, no matter what. But I do think that we're going to end up paying Kirk Cousins for another year. We have an issue there. We have an issue. Yeah. Michael Penix might not be it. As much as we want him to be it, we won't see him until maybe week 6, week 7, maybe, hopefully. He's not it. He might not be it. So yeah, coaches are gone. Cousins will be paid. Penix will be a question mark. That's the way I feel.
Okay, I mean, that's an instant, but it's a realistic take though, because honestly, Penix was not supposed to have been out there that soon. But at the same time, I feel like, let me get to you, Mathis. Really, what are the smoke and mirrors in this situation? Like you weren't even seeing Kirk Cousins going over there and talking to the young man sometimes. Like he was just kind of like, I don't want to be bothered. I'm over here moping. I'm not doing well. Just I don't know. But we're gonna keep going. I'll let the ladies intervene in a moment. But Mathis, what's happening? What's happening?
But I'm cool. I'm at work. I'm not comfortable like everybody else is on here, but I'm making it work though. But yeah, at this point, Kirk has to stay. We can't afford to go through another free agency looking for a quarterback, especially since we don't have a first round pick. We have other needs we need to address. Corner, I still want a big D tackle. It looked like it's about time for Jake Matthews to get up out of here too. It's a bit of a struggle at that left tackle position.
And all those penalties and everything else.
Yeah, and so y'all spoke about the secrecy of our different players being hurt. Have we heard any updates on either one of our right tackles? Because I never heard anything on what Caleb McGarry's injury actually was. Like,
whatever
I didn't think it
injury
was going to
I knew he
be
was out for the year.
12 weeks into the season.
It's a knee. It's a knee problem.
Okay.
That's so bland. It's not even funny. But I don't know, man. I want a clean house, not player wise, but coaching staff, general manager. I feel like the Saints set us up. This was a setup bringing Terry into Atlanta. Keep us down. But I don't know, man. It's just a few little wrinkles here and there. If we can get that adjusted, I think we'll be all right. One week at a time, though.
Right. I agree with you. Like you said, don't blow up the team. I don't think it's gonna be one of those panic. Let's rebuild and all that. We rebuild our coaching staff. We might need to address, some of our blind sides of things, offensively, special teams. Finally, maybe we have a kicker that's consistent. We don't know.
Thank God.
We don't know, but so far so good, right? But for some reason the kickers have been kind of. There's been a lot of inconsistent kickers lately out there, so it's like it doesn't even give me confidence that even if we had to go look again, we'll find a diamond in the rough out there. Then they got kickers out there petitioning for himself, and they're not even looking his way. But anyway, that's beyond the point. But I like what y'all had to say about that, fellas. So we're gonna get into the ladies and see what I got to say about that, Miss Pam. How do you feel? What's your thoughts on this game? And kind of guess your idea about the future. What's going on with these Falcons.
I got one thing. Welcome back, Divine Diablo. That's the missing piece in that defense.
Yeah.
That run game looks good. I mean, they stopped the run game pretty good. And ever since he been back, the winning streak actually started when he got out of the game in San Francisco. And when he came back, we started to win. So let's hope they continue to win. Secondly, we do got an incompetent offensive coordinator. I think we need an experienced offensive coordinator because he would have probably worked on the footworks and all that with Michael Penix and all that because he's a rookie. Kirk got in there. I think Kirk pretty much ran all the show. I don't think that was that call in that game. I think it was all Kirk Cousins. That's just my opinion. And then the missing McGarrett on that side. Lindstrom missing his dynamic duo. We got a dynamic duo on the defense side with Pierce and Walker. We're gonna need McGarrett back on that side in order for to have the protection for our quarterback. So next year, hopefully McGarrett could get back healthy. Hopefully we'll dress the offensive line in the draft. And I felt like they should have drafted a kicker for that offensive line that they drafted that it not even started. That Jack Roger or whatever his name is. So I always thought they should have drafted a kicker all along in the draft. So they had a lot of college kicker that was kicking. And that's all I got to say.
You said it there. You said it there. So we're going to go ahead and bring up the next lady, Ms. Witt.
Oh man, I'm happy for the win, but as we was talking last week, I was not happy about hate week, and that has been years.
Right. I said the same thing.
I was absolutely not excited about hate week. But I will say this: I agree with everybody. Zach Robinson gotta go. I don't know what the hell is going on, but for everybody saying that Penix is uncomfortable under center when he's ran plays in college and he's ran a couple of plays in the NFL under center. I believe that he loves the pistol because Kurt was in the pistol damn near all last year as well. He is trying to format the system he wants for these quarterbacks. And I believe what you're saying, Auntie Pam, about because if people caught it, Kurt was actually yelling at Zach Robinson, a part of the game. They cut to it, and he was doing this, and they hurried up and cut from the sidelines. He was yelling at him. I believe he called audible. I believe he took over his own shit and saw what he saw. And I am happy about the defense. JD Bertrand, I don't ever want to see him touch a field ever again. I swear. D. Alford trying to make his pay. He's trying to make his play. He made some good plays. So I ain't gonna rush on D. Alford. So too bad. But the Divine Diablo, it is obvious that he was the missing key to our defense. It is blatantly obvious that he's him. That just is what it is. He's just him, and it just works in that middle. I hate everybody is ragging on Jesse Bates. I actually seen it on a podcast, and I agree. Jesse is teaching Watts. He's helping other safeties. He's helping the corners. He has these young bucks, and he's helping guide them. So he's not able because he's trying to run the back, and then he's trying to set himself up for a play. That's why I believe Xavier Watts has been as good as he have. I hate the situation with Billy Bowman and the Achilles injury. I hate that for him because he was having a good year. But as much as Terry has made some losses, Terry with that free agency who he's been able to bring in, this rookie class has been a class act. And I know people are mad about that first round draft pick, but James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker are proving that we made the correct decision in what we did, because James Pierce Jr. got a chip on his shoulder and he is handling business. I don't care what it is.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Whitney. Love it. I love it. And they rookies. Ooh. Years. Like they can really grow into something amazing. Like, it's refreshing to say sometimes we actually do got a defense in here. What are you talking about? Thank you for that, Miss Witt. Let's go ahead, Miss Bree. Your thoughts.
Well, y'all done said everything except I agree with everything except for the comment of getting rid of Terry. Terry had nothing and he worked with nothing to get us to the point and get the people that we needed. Yes, there were some picks that were selected cow pits that should have happened, but I don't think that was his calling. That was Arthur Smith all over. But as a whole, Terry has done what he's supposed to have done. I've explained to you all Sunday. I sent y'all a text message that the play calling will playing under center versus the pistol formation. That was the difference as far as the offense. I explained to you all that defense, especially on 3rd and 4th down, should step up, but it seems like the missing piece was the reason, because Diablo was back as the reason why we were able to get those stops. Probably had he not been in, because Bertrand wasn't in last week, we probably would not have won the game. Shout out to the kicker, but like you said, we can never get too comfortable with that. And of course, I've been on the Zach Robinson train since last season. And I did send you all a message that 9 times out of 10, he is not getting that head coaching position. So he might be back with us next season.
No.
If y'all didn't see that post tonight.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was a little bit of feedback. We're trying to figure it out. So, and there's a lot of us on here today. So I think the 30th bird, she's coming back. Let's see if she's ready. Oh, let's see. But yeah, I was just pretty much, if y'all see my private chat there. Okay, Christy, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your piece in, and we're gonna get into just everybody just spoke their piece about the game, and we'll go from there. So Miss Christy, go ahead and your thoughts.
I was at the game, so being in those 100 sections, what I constantly saw in the first 2 quarters was the same thing MPJ experienced. What the OC was saying. Can you hear me? With the struggle trying to hear.
Now
so
we can.
He was constantly putting his hand to his helmet trying to hear. And eventually he just quit trying to do that. So I think a lot of the plays, when we saw a lot of the advances, were Kirk's. And that's what our entire section was saying, that it was Kirk calling the plays. Because, and you can see with a lot of the replays, you would see Kirk doing this. But by the 3rd quarter, as we were gaining in points, then the crowd noise went down. Now, New Orleans is known for their crowd noise. And it was deafening in there the first 2 quarters, but by the middle of the 3rd quarter, they got up and started walking out. So you didn't. If you listen to the replay, you're gonna hear less and less that crowd noise.
Okay.
So
thank you, Miss Christy.
I think that was a big part of it. Ms. Maggie, I'm gonna go into the chat because I'm struggling to hold this phone. So my laptop went out. And
no problem, Ms. Chris. We love that you join us for this quick second.
I want to. Yeah, thanks to T-Wil and Make Way Sports. Thank y'all so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Christy. Okay. So yeah, you heard what everybody had to say about the game and everything else. So we're gonna get a little bit more just I think everybody's sentiments are the same here.
Can I piggyback something right quick?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've made that known based off of what Chrissy said, that Michael Penix is running plays he know he is not going to work, and at some point Penix has to be that leader to step up and get in the notion to call his own plays and not call stupid plays that he knows is not gonna work, that's not gonna help his offense. And I know that's where the frustration comes from, where he can't hear, or the communication with Zach Robinson, but he has to get in that sense of, it's not gonna work. You need to do what you need to do to lead your team to a victory. He has to get out of that mindset.
I agree with you. That's kind of you kind of went into what I wanted to talk about. They were gonna go into this big rivalry game that's coming up on Friday. That's the purpose of the Make Way Sports here as well. And T-Wil, you are a big Georgia fan of multiple teams, so I'm sure you can join in on this conversation as well. So we're splitting up a little bit tonight, guys. We're doing a little bit of Falcons football, but it's really not so much you can say about it right now, because it's just like, we got to win. But what do you expect? I think everybody is kind of feeling the same. I guess my only question is, so someone did bring it up that we might have Kirk Cousins for another year. How are y'all feeling about that, if that's the reality of it?
I don't like it. because I feel like he put himself over the team last year. Watching that, like we said last week, watching that quarterback series changed my whole look on him. Because I felt like you knew you was hurt after that Saints game. You knew it, especially after that Denver game. You should have went and said you need to sit down and you can fight for your position back. Obviously, that was the plan all along. But you were so selfish that you played hurt in all those interceptions. I can never get that out of my head. And you just, well, then the joke he made at this recent press conference, that was so ill-mannered and just so disrespectful. I'm just like, bruh, like, why would you joke about that when you literally single-handedly tanked our season? You tanked our season. And I'm just like, I can't with Kirk Cousins. I can't. And if he wins out, and the Bucks do what we did last year, I'll accept it for what it is and just go ahead with it, because it is about that logo, no matter how I feel about a person individually.
Right.
But how I feel about Kirk is I just want him gone next year.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to join in on that?
I have a question. Mm-hmm. It's just a question. What if Kirk was told to lie?
He wasn't told to lie.
No. Just hang on. Because I know I was mad with Kirk too. I was, guys. But, so Kirk was hurt, but then he wasn't. But then Mooney was going to be out for, what was it, day-to-day? And then he had a broken collarbone, which is 2 months, right? And then it was a quarterback competition. No, it wasn't, right? Because the kicker that we brought in was not ready, but we were told it was a quarterback competition, right? Right? Is that what we were told, right? And then, right, like 2 weeks ago, it comes out that Mooney had a collarbone injury, which was 2 months ago when you said he was day-to-day. What I'm saying is the lies don't stop with Kirk. So what if he was told? Because let me paint a picture for you. And I know it's an unpopular opinion, and I'm not saying it definitively. Guys, I've just learned that sometimes the villain is not who you think it is, right? And again, these are just thoughts. Doesn't make it right. But walk with me for a second. So if Penix, and forgive me for saying this, but has been inconsistent this year. Is that fair? Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
Yeah.
So what if there was a conversation that said, Kirk, you can't be hurt because Penix isn't ready right now? We haven't, because the plan was for Kirk to play for 2 years and then bring along the young guy after he's been mentored and tutored, right? So what if, and guys, Raheem kind of goes against the grain, right? He doesn't necessarily call timeouts when he should, right? He's definitely not afraid to make a mistake in the name of, I don't know what the hell. So what if he says to Kirk, you know what, Kirk? It's probably not a good idea if you're hurt. So why don't you just hang in there as long as you can, right? And it just got bad because you didn't take him out in the first game. You didn't take him out in the San Diego game when he threw a ball at 1 o'clock and it got there at 10 o'clock the next day. My mother, who's been dead for a year and a half, could have made a better throw than that. Obviously, there's no velocity. We all knew he was hurt. So who's he fooling? They have team doctors. Are you trying to tell me they didn't know he was hurt? Right. Is that what we're saying, panel? Are we saying that they didn't know? Okay, so if they knew, right, Raheem being the coach, right, let's be accountable. Let's hold each other accountable. If Raheem's the coach and he knew, then whose job was it to make the change?
It was his.
Thank you. So I'm just saying, maybe there's more than one villain.
You know what? And I'm glad you put that out there. I'm gonna add to it, Miss Bree. I know you got something to say, but
okay.
Now it's one of those, it makes you think the way you brought that up, because I also thought about it as well, because it's like you got to look at it. for the past couple of years. Starting off with Marcus Mariota and all of that going on, we've been having such a carousel, a circus of quarterback situations. You know, even with the whole Matt Ryan situation, it kind of was, you know, we can go deeper than that. As far as, you know, I think he wanted to retire to be a Falcon, but it's like, I'm gonna take my talents elsewhere. But that's a whole, we can go on in and on about that, but maybe it was one of those, hey, patch it up, man. Because I'm just saying, T-Will, no way, you know that many interceptions, and then it's like, oh, he's okay. I'm not gonna. Clearly, his game had completely drastically changed. You just can't tell me that you could not figure out that this man was hurt, or was it Kirk hiding it, or was it like you said? Look, man, we don't have too much of an issue with quarterbacks lately. Kirk, we can't have you go down. It's my job is on the line right now. So can you figure this out? Here, I'm gonna
remember in that game when his arm got bent back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to tell me they didn't examine it? So if you examine it, you can see a grade 2, grade 3 sprain, right? You can see this. They have team doctors. They have machines. They have lots of cool machines that do nothing but take pictures of stuff that I can't even pronounce, right? But if you're telling me that in 5 games, if I saw it, right, and I've never coached football, what the hell do I know? I'm just a fan. But if I saw it, I know they saw it. There's no way they didn't know. So if we establish that they did know, then you have to ask yourself why. And looking at Penix play this year,
I can't buy that one. I can't buy that one. And here's why. They dropped over $100 million on Kirk Cousins. And I honestly think, I never thought about it being 2 villains, right? So maybe we got Thanos and we got Loki here. That's perfectly fine. I can live with that.
I love it.
But if you dropped $100 million on this guy and said, our plan is a 2-year plan, let Michael Penix sit under him for 2 years, and then Kirk Cousins ends up hurt, because we all knew it, they needed to save face. They did. Now, I don't think Kirk was forthcoming. I really don't, because Kirk did not want to lose his job. But they needed to save face, and they trotted him out there until that Raiders game, where they almost lost to Desmond Ritter. I swear to God, if they had lost to Desmond Ritter, I was going to burn that stadium down. But they almost lost to Desmond Ritter, and then they said, okay, we got to make this move now. So I always blame Coach Ra, right? I blame him because I say, you're the coach, the buck stops with you. But I thought that Kirk was hiding it from them. So, hey, I'm willing to take 2 villains in this, but it's equally spread out.
You can't say that because he ended up on the injury report. He was on the injury report right after that.
He was on the injury report,
and then he disappeared.
He showed up on the report, and then they said it was a mistake. So you can't say that. Right. You can't.
No.
This regime has mishandled everything for the past 2 seasons. It don't even matter.
Thank you.
They mishandled more than 2 seasons. They mishandled Kyle.
The regime. I'm just saying the last 2 seasons because you got to include Raheem Morris, everybody.
Yeah.
And as far as our offensive coordinator is concerned, he's blown more games than anybody. For the life of me, I don't know how you can have a tight end and a wide receiver run the same route, 1 yard apart, and think he's supposed to complete a 3rd and 12. You were part of the problem too. So clean house. And there's nothing else to say, there's nothing else to do.
Right.
I'm just hoping our owner has the balls to do it.
Right.
I think he's going to give Raheem another year, but I believe Zach Robinson is going to be out the door. If McDaniels get fired in Miami, they probably going to bring his ass on in here and put him up and put either Kirk or Michael Penix up under the Shanahan system, which I think that might be a better situation for Michael Penix because they said it's a partial tear, so he won't rehab as long as it would if it was a complete tear of his ACL. So, hopefully that's the case, but I mean, we see what happened when we went from Jimmy Fake to Jeff Ulbrich, and we brought in Ollie. We see what the defense has become.
Yeah.
If we just get rid of that OC, get rid of the OC. I like DJ Williams, but he is obviously not helping Penix. It's clear. Sorry, I got my kid in the back.
No, you're good. I'm just thinking.
And if we retool that offense, Rob may just have his jobs out, but Zach Robinson has to go. And Marquise, I love Marquise. I know it's been some situations, but I mean, Michael Ford is saving their ass. A couple of people are saving their ass, but it's too much going on, and Marquise needs to go as well. I like him, but he needs to go. That special teams and OC needs to be retooled, because that retool defense, I don't want nobody to go on the defense. I don't care what nobody say on this panel. I need the defense to say what it is. But the offense and special teams need to go.
Okay, Ms. Witt, thank you for that. Ms. Bree, you had some thoughts, and then we're gonna probably get to the next topic here. We can go on, and of course, anybody else want to go to last minutes about the Falcons, then we can move on to some college.
No, I was just saying that I don't believe, Kurt was told to lie, because Kurt tried to throw the Falcons under the bus the week of the Super Bowl when he was talking to the media and saying that we misdiagnosed or didn't diagnose or report it properly. So no, I never trusted him when he ran his big mouth before it was official to sign him and we lost the draft pick. So he can't be trusted in my ass. And after he definitely said what he said the other week, and talk about how he would never say anything until after this season if he's hurt, no, that just shows you this man played in our face last season, got all our money, and he's still gonna do what he want to do. So I don't respect him.
Yeah, he's got to learn to read the room, man. That was you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of here I go with Marvel again, but in Ultron, where he's like Tony's telling him what happened with Ultron, and Banner's looking at him like, no, don't do it. And he's like, you just roll over and show him your soft underbelly. And he tells this joke, and they're all pissed off because they created a murder bot. And that's like, why would you tell that? Why would you do that? Right? But again, I believe that both Raheem and Kurt both things can be true. I'm not defending Kurt in any way. He should have been up front. I'm just saying, with everything that we've seen with this regime, with the unnecessary lies that they just unnecessary lies, is it that hard to believe that somebody told him? Yeah, is it that hard to believe, guys? Is it?
No, it's not. But I just believe the way Kirk handled things.
He handled it terribly. I agree. Look, I'm not.
But I've always put things on Raw. Raw was happy, smiling last year, and everything else on the sideline. I'm like, bro, I love that you're a man's man and that you run your locker room and that you have this culture there, because people are saying he has not lost that locker room yet. He has not lost it. I love that about you, but you need to know when to switch that off and when to become a coach, because that timeout is ridiculous. You saying, oh, we need to fix this, bro. I need you angry. I need you to pull whatever you need to pull to get things correct. And for some odd reason, I'm starting to doubt, and I hate this fact, because for Atlanta to have a black coach and had a black quarterback and have a black GM, we wanted that. Oh, this is where we finally came from. But Rod is not. He's not performing well, and it's just like, what is it going to take for it to snap? Is it going to take because your ass should be hot at this point. You should be burning up on how shit is going about your job. What is it going to take for you to turn off being these players' friends and you to turn into a coach? Because that's what they need at this point. They need a coach, and you need to make direct decisions and be direct on what's going on. So us as expectations, we already know the media hates us, but at least we know what's going on. If you're bit by the injury bug, it is what it is. We just have an injury-prone season. Teams have it. But if you're lying about what's going on and we don't know and shit is coming out afterwards, we look at you crazy. It's been 60 years of failure. I hate to say that, and I love my team. It's been 60 years of fucking failure. We're not the Bills. We're not the Browns. It's the worst off situations in that, but at least the Bills at least go to the playoffs. But losing 4 Super Bowls in a row, I wouldn't personally be able to handle that. But I mean, it's just the fact is when is shit going to change? And I hate they keep saying we're cursed by that church situation, but now I'm starting to believe it. And I'm like,
y'all play, Maggie, do y'all play spades?
I play spades.
So Raheem Morris is the guy that when he's your partner, if you're not sandbagging, he's great. He's gonna make all the books and whatever. But the minute you say, okay, sandbag, you're dead. You're because then he has the plan, because then he's gotta make decisions. And it's just the sad part about Raheem. So Raheem, I was looking at him today, right? He worked for John Gruden, Mike Tomlin, Mike Shanahan, Dan Quinn, Sean McVay. 4 of those coaches have Super Bowls. He's got a Super Bowl as an assistant coach, a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator, and he went with us. He's been in the midst of all this greatness, but he is the classic. He's the second string quarterback. I mean, you can let him out the barn for a couple of games, but if he runs your team, it's a problem. And that's him. He is a great defensive coordinator. A lot of people don't know this, but the year after the Rams won the Super Bowl, Sean McVay was burnt out and had some mental health issues. And it was Raheem that ran the team, right? But again, it was an interim. I don't know what the hell goes through Raheem's mind. Because Raheem is the kind of guy that'll look at a situation and go, it's 32 seconds. The rest of the world's going to call timeout, but I'm not. And here's why. And it's just, I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever.
Okay.
Some people are not made out to be head coaches.
Right.
Yeah. There's no NFL head coaches. There's only 32 of them right now.
Yep.
Some people in the entire world, some people are not meant to be head coaches.
Yeah.
He is meant to be a defensive coordinator.
Yep.
And I thank y'all, everybody that's kind of bearing with us. Just a little feedback, but I see that y'all still here and rocking with us. So we're gonna roll with it. But I've just been saying we just mute ourselves as we speak. But we're gonna get it down to just people love us. Y'all just throw some red and black in the chat if you're just appreciating the show. I love all the just different outlooks, way our Falcons fans think. It's not a one-way thing. It's like, you know what? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But all we can do is only speculate because our team ain't gonna tell us. Our coaches, they're gonna sugarcoat it, and sometimes they give us a little bit, sometimes they don't. So, I know Chrissy is a very, she is definitely the one that will go back and rewatch some things, her and Bree and them. They'll say, yeah, I'll go back and watch the press conferences. They told you everything, but you got to really pay attention to some things. So, but at the same time, now when we're looking at this season, it's one of those, I don't know if I'm feeling what you've been talking. You haven't been showing us what you've been saying. You said we was one quarterback away. You said we was a win now team. And more, you're disappointing us. And us Falcons fans in our 60th, we're tired. We're fed up. But at the same time, the reason why I love bringing our content creators together, because we got to pull together and still continue to help our fans support the team despite. We can come here and say, oh, they suck. They truly suck, and they suck, and they suck, and suck. And that's all we can say. But we got to look at the positive things about it. Yes, our defense has gotten better. Mm-hmm. We're actually getting sacks again. We actually seen the red zone and scored.
Yay!
Certain things we might see a little bit of improvement depending on the day, the team. But we all can agree the OC needs to go. I'm on the Raheem can leave also train, but knowing the Falcons, they normally give a head coach about 3 years or so, and I think he's 5 years with us or whatever. We'll see. That's all we can do is we can go on and on about these Falcons and talk about the what ifs and all that. But anybody else last minute We can go into some college.
Let me ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we feel like, I hate to even say this, Arthur Smith versus Raheem Morris? How do we feel about these two people? Because I hate Arthur Smith. I really fucking do. I hate the FedEx boy. But I'm trying to rock with Raheem the Dream, but he makes it so fucking hard to do.
One had more players, more talent than the other, and still had more wins. So that's your answer right there.
Yep.
He ain't had much to work with, but he still, in a sense, found a way. We were very close to making playoffs, and we got everything, just about everything we needed. Was still can't find a way.
Yep.
Both of them bullheaded. That's the comparison right there. Both of them bullheaded.
Both of
Don't
them are
make
bullheaded.
changes they need to make. One was just more bullheaded than the other, hence Arthur Smith. But you got one that's more incompetent that can't make decisions.
Thank you for that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get into a little bit of college. You know, me and Pam, of course, the two techies up there. We got a Roll Tide at the bottom. You know, I don't know who else is what here, but let's do it. We got a Friday night game. Well, 3:30, my bad. Eastern. Now we want to talk about this a couple of years ago when Tech was still trying to figure themselves out, but right now they pretty decent. Anybody know? It's just a mixed family. I got family members that are Tech fans, and I have family members that are Georgia fans, Alabama fans. So let's talk about it. Georgia, they had me a little nervous in the beginning of the season, you know. But I feel like they're picking up steam where we need it the most right there. So I'm gonna ask the fellas and ladies, whatever time y'all want to go with. Who you think y'all got? Who is gonna win this game Friday?
The University of Georgia Bulldogs, of course.
It's not even a question. Not even a question.
Bulldogs.
No.
Right, Darryl? Bulldogs, right?
Not even a question.
This team right here is gonna, go ahead and
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Win the game. Tell me about it. How you feel about this?
Yeah. I think the Dogs. This team is different. Last year, Darryl. Yep, you were happy. You were close. All of those overtimes. I'm looking at you, Darryl. I'm looking up to the corner. Yeah. You were close. That team gave up so many yards on the ground. So and the defense just wasn't there. This team is different. I'm telling you, they're young, they're hungry. They're not the most talented team, but they're the team that will run through you. Miss Pam, I love that jersey. I like that number on the jersey, but it ain't going down. It's going to be ugly. 20-point win by the Georgia Bulldogs. We're going to run up and down the field on that terrible defense. It's going to be ugly. Mathis, what say you, my friend?
I'm not gonna say 20 because this is still Georgia Tech, but
20 points.
It's definitely a win. I'm sorry. I've lost interest since Georgia Tech has blown their opportunity to do anything playoff wise. I do apologize to both of y'all, but our receivers can catch the ball this year. Thank God. Our defense is playing lights out right now. Y'all don't really stand a chance, man. Y'all don't. And besides them playing Georgia, I've been tuned in watching Georgia Tech. It's been a nice ride. But you don't fall against your trap teams. You don't fall in trap games.
Trap? Are they really trap games?
Georgia
Tech is a bad team, man. They are a bad team. They're playing a bad.
He went and changed.
There we go, T-Wil. They play in a bad conference. They've had bad wins against bad teams, bad losses against bad teams. Just bad, man. I'm sorry. Just bad.
I get it. But this game, just like last year, could go either way. So you still have to treat it as such. Kirby will have them ready to play, though.
All right. Oh, absolutely. Especially that they got plenty of tape on them right now. They got exposed. I'm sorry, Miss Pam. So we're gonna come ready. Kurt, and one thing about our head coach, he know how to figure that thing on out.
Go dog.
Go dog.
So here's my take on this. Everything that you all just let fall out of your faces just now, all of that you said could have been said last year as well. And last year, if Brent Key had just figured out at any one of them 8 overtimes to run the ball, it would have been a different story. So every year, y'all say the same thing, right? And this year, I think that it comes down to ball control, right? In essence, you can't give up. And I said this before, the NC State was a trap game. I called that one a trap game because, hey, the trap games are the ones that you look past. Now, Pittsburgh, you can't spot anybody 28 points and expect to win the game. So on that note, they blew their season. So now y'all are playing a team that they know they're not making the playoffs. They're playing for this game. And Virginia's probably going to beat the brakes off Virginia Tech. So they know they're not making the playoffs. They know they're not making the ACC championship. So you're playing a team that they're playing for this game and then the bowl game. That's it. You all will get their best shot. And it's about ball control. And Haynes King, for a while, should have been considered in the Heisman Trophy talks. For a long while, he should have been considered in there. They just never brought his name up. It's about ball control. I'm not saying it's going to be 20-point victory for Georgia Tech, but I am saying I think they're going into overtime again. And this time, the lesson has been learned.
Man, please.
Okay, that
20
sounds
points.
convincing. You know, I mean,
They got 5 seniors returning. They remember that game last year.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Keys remember that game from last year. That hurt. They were hurt last year losing that game. I'm gonna see a team that's gonna fight to win this game. I'm actually gonna see them seniors gonna go out with a win. They're gonna go out. It's pride right now. That team will hurt for what happened on Saturday. They're gonna go into this Thursday game ready to play y'all. I can say that.
Auntie Pam, they've been hurt for the last 14 years.
Hey,
Ouch.
it's pride right now. It is pride.
You have to do that. Unnecessary, bro.
This is the game that they were looking for. They marked it on their calendar.
You done got her
Hey,
upset.
Georgia.
Look at you.
Georgia don't do well. Georgia don't do well getting punched in the mouth. Georgia getting punched in the mouth. Georgia does not do well because Alabama proved it. Alabama proved if you punch Georgia in the mouth, they don't know how to punch back.
That's Alabama, man. That's Alabama.
Tennessee did the same thing. Tennessee punched us in the mouth too. What's you saying?
Where's Alabama now? Are they? Where are they?
Ole Miss punched us in the mouth. I'm confused.
We don't want to talk about
scoring offense. Our offense don't have a problem scoring points.
They did.
We got to fix the defense, and we will fix that defense.
Right.
We will fix that defense.
I'm glad you brought that up, Georgia
At the
Tech.
end of the day, it's about victories. I mean, who cares? So you did kick our knee. We won. Look, I will say this. I think it's going to be a close game.
It is.
I do not think this will be one because, to your point, the most dangerous animal is an animal you're going to lose, and you got their back up against the wall. I will give you that. Like, I am concerned. I'm not one of those. It's like, oh, I'm not saying that. But I think if it's a lesson that we learned against Alabama, it's to not take any team lightly. So, yeah, I think Georgia's going to win, but I don't think it's more than 3 points.
So we got one more guy I want to come in here and speak his piece about this team. But come on, Coach. I don't know if you need a link or not. I'll put it in the chat for you. But y'all know Coach Unchained. I think he football. This is the preview to our Georgia Sports Nation. Yes. I kind of had it hidden in the background a little bit because I really wasn't doing much with it. until I kind of got my panel together and everything else. So I want to start incorporating college football talk. You know, a little smack talk, that would be great. You know, we need to show support behind our Georgia teams. That will be great. And I think that, you know, it's nice that Miss Pam suggested to bring the Make Way Sports team here. Of course, it's T-Wil as well. He's just the man of many hats and many teams and love. So I knew he was going to fit right on into this conversation. But I think Coach Unchained wants to jump on, and then we'll probably get ready to start locking this on down. Because we have Ty that comes on for Let's Talk About It. He's probably on now. Yes. So multiple shows. So with that being said, there you go. Come on, Coach. Come on, Coach. Get up in here. Where is he?
There we go. I'm in there.
Hey, Coach.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
he's trying to bring his stuff up. He came in here. Okay, he didn't even need a lane.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
Who was that talking about Georgia Tech going to win? What the hell?
Thank you.
I was in my car listening to this. I rushed to get home.
He had to come home and say something. He said, all right. What is this foolery on this?
Your point is taken. Georgia Tech has played better this year.
They have.
You can't stop a running quarterback. You can't stop it. It's been shown everything y'all play. When a running quarterback gets to you, it's over for you. I hate to say that. However, Georgia got a passing game now. They got a passing game. Y'all receivers, y'all quarterbacks are trash. Yeah, we want real hate week. I didn't get it last week. I got it this week. Man, y'all listen. You're gonna score because Haynes gonna do his thing. I like Haynes King.
He's gonna score.
He's gonna do his thing, but he may get hurt this time. Them boys are hunting now. They're hunting.
Yeah, they eating now.
Listen, good luck to Georgia Tech, but then all you're gonna get is luck.
So, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game.
Listen, I want the game. I want the game to be good.
Georgia Tech out. I don't see that.
Listen, Georgia Tech they probably score early. Second half, you have no chance. Nobody has scored on Georgia but like 8 points in the second half. The whole season. 8 points. You better get 50 points in the first half.
We just gotta keep. We just gotta keep. We just gotta.
But you know what? Though, if Georgia Tech wins, that means they just out there playing. Georgia's got everybody hurt. So, but good luck to them. That's all I had to say, Ms. Maggie. Thanks for letting me come on back with.
No problem. You know, it's that type of show today. It's just go ahead, Mister. I know you want to get in on your text.
Talk to me, brother. I see you're anxious.
I love the overconfidence. I'm a geek. I've been a geek a long time.
Geek to the world, baby.
And what T-Wil said reminded me. There's a what if comic. I used to love What If when I was a kid, and there was one that was What If Wolverine fought Conan, right? And first they fought 2 times. They fought 2 times in that comic. The first time, Conan beat him. Conan beat Wolverine. Cut him to the bone, right? Okay. Because Wolverine was fighting in his samurai style. Right now, Georgia's going to play in their samurai style. The second time they fought in that comic, Wolverine had very little blood left in him, and he fought like a savage. And he ended up beating Conan, chopped his hand off.
Hey, what you did there?
Hold on.
You're playing a savage of a team, because I told you they got nothing else to play for. And if you think that they haven't been sitting and stewing on that loss, because it's one thing if you get blown out, right? It's one thing if you were never in the game, but it's something totally different if you knew all you had to do was close your hands around the brass ring and you could have took it. Y'all are playing some savages. I'm almost thankful that they're not playing for the ACC title. I'm almost thankful that they have nothing else to play for now.
They don't.
They
That's
are playing for a January
This
6th
is it.
bowl
This
game,
is it for Georgia pride. This is it.
Yep.
But however,
And then
because
seniors remember
Georgia's
last year's game, and that's gonna go into this game.
exactly
Our
because
seniors.
Georgia's playing for position, right? Georgia's like we getting into the playoffs.
Yes.
Y'all know y'all getting into the playoffs.
Win or loss, win or lose. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You know y'all getting into the playoffs.
You all forget.
Can I make one more comment? One more comment, please. Conan and Wolverine.
Yeah,
right? That's a card. We talk about reality.
Oh,
it's not the same.
No,
I need you to look behind me right now. Nah, big dog, it's reality.
I'm a reality. I got you. I believe you're a fan, but you talking about cartoons right now. We talking about real life football.
He's talking about.
I can write a strip. I can say. I can go against Batman if I write a strip and beat him.
You could never beat
Just say it. It's a strip.
To that. You cannot beat Batman.
I can beat Batman. Let me write the strip. I can beat his ass. I can write the strip and say I win. Somebody wrote what you just mentioned, right? Somebody wrote what you just mentioned.
Right. It's blasphemy.
I knew this was gonna be some savage conversation.
Real quick, T-Wil, because I was listening to before we got in here, and you said that you have the last podcast that you mentioned that was all about MCU and stuff like that, but you didn't say the name of the podcast because I was subscribing to everything you said as you said it.
Yeah, it's for my ATL Movies 1.
What's the name of it again? I can really hear you.
The number 4, my ATL Movies 1. I don't know what my obsession is with the number 4, but whatever. So yeah, when we do it,
Georgia for life. There we go. My bad.
Oh, good. We do it every Saturday. But you guys should have Al Pacino come in and do your speech for Georgia Tech. You should have him come in and be like, the guy next to you.
In the given Sunday, baby.
But if you look at the guy, he's gonna go the extra mile because that's the difference between winning and losing. Okay, now I can't make you do it. You should have him come in and you might have it because you're. I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, if it was the 5th, we'd all be drunk, right? If they do this and if they get really mad and if they're savage, like you're probably not gonna win.
Now T-Wil, that actor didn't really do that, so his character is not gonna show up. So don't tell Al Pacino to come in there and say some lines because that was fake. All right,
you got to pay for it, right?
If Georgia Tech about to listen to some fake lines to a movie, y'all losing.
It's all make believe anyway. What are you talking about?
When you said Al Pacino,
ain't nothing but dreams and nightmares.
I didn't think Any Given Sunday. I thought Devil's Advocate.
Oh,
that proves right there where my head is at with this. That proves where Georgia Tech's head is at with this.
But they do have a chance. I'm not going to deny they have a chance. Though.
That's the Al Pacino they got.
I guarantee you, I'll watch Remember the Titans when before this game. I bet you they do. Remember the Titans gonna get played.
I love that movie.
Man. The Gettysburg scene. Just the Gettysburg scene.
Sports movie of all time.
I like the one where it's like,
besides the replacements.
If you miss the block, you run a mile. If you drop a pass, you run a mile. If you fumble my football, I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. That's what they need to say. You know what? No. You need to have
that last year. He still fumbled. Oh,
I know. No, you need to have dude from School Days. Remember, Ossie Davis? That was like, we are Mission College. We have lost for 50 years in a row. They got beat 52. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, it's cute, Tech fans. It's very cute.
But you know what, though? I'm gonna be honest, though. I'm scared a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. Just a little bit.
Y'all should be.
Just a little bit.
I got 3 words.
Just a little bit.
Coach Brent Keys. He gonna get them boys ready for that game.
But he never beat Georgia though. I'm sorry when he played.
He gonna get them ready. So it's not gonna be a blowout. So I'm gonna tell you.
30-10 boat race, and the Savage Pass are coming out, Daryl. You're gonna see who really savages, baby.
Should we?
Okay.
Guys, should we do a wager?
You know, he said he want to do. You know, well, I don't
You
know.
can't wager on Facebook.
Daryl, don't we already have a wager on this game?
You can't say that on the
Me and
line.
Matthew's got a wager.
So if we lose, right, we gotta wear a Georgia Tech shirt. And if y'all lose, y'all gotta wear UGA. And you gotta do it on a podcast.
We already got that.
We already got that wager. We got that wager. We got that one.
Awesome.
I don't own
That
any
man, I
Georgia
gotta buy a
gear.
shirt.
So, I mean,
you're not gonna wait. Are you Georgia or Georgia Tech?
I'm
Georgia, man.
Oh well, if you're Georgia, now you're not gonna have to buy a shirt.
I know that.
I don't buy
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Right.
But if I lose, I will buy a shirt.
My brother's shirt. He's a Georgia fan.
If Georgia lose, I will wear a shirt on my podcast. I will do that. Or Georgia Tech, I will do that.
30
I
to
don't have a
10.
problem doing that.
Boat race.
That means it's gonna take about 3 weeks to get my shirt here. I don't live in Georgia, so I take you to go buy Georgia Tech.
Order from Amazon.
No problem. I drive my brother's house.
Man, or nothing on Amazon, no shirt, not clothes anyway. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
I order from. I go to Fanatics and order some.
You can use it as a, you know, when you change your oil at the end of it, Coach. You ain't gotta really wear it.
Oh, wow.
If I go in the woods, I can use it as toilet paper.
Oh man,
That to me.
Oh, that would hurt.
I need gears. He can give it to me after he wear it.
What if I get a hat? Is that cool too?
Oh, that's cool. I mean, hey. I take it.
Okay.
I ain't wearing no shirt. They may have to go over my whole body.
All right, fellas and ladies. I know we lost the ladies with the college talk, but overall, people, you're gonna be out there tailgating and having a wonderful time. Be safe.
Yes.
Please. Tailgate, have a good time. If you know, I've seen some watch parties. Anybody on the panel having any type of watch parties or anything like that we need to know about?
I'm protesting.
You protest? Okay. Well, we talking about college, but
I'm protesting it all.
Oh wow!
Georgia Falcons that pissed me off so bad. I'm protesting it all. I don't
He's
care.
going full normal rate.
He's just going all the way. So, but
That
I
is
got
good.
some ideas, some things that's going on. So I've been seeing some little after parties and things like that too. So, or we're gonna be, you know, me and Pam trying to be up in the building. I got to talk to her after the game. I mean, after this show, talk about that. But we are definitely trying to be in the building. Other than that, enjoy yourself. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up and let everybody, the guests, introduce themselves again. Let everybody know where to find you, individually and together, because I know you guys are a show. So Nyght Wake Sports, but you know, if you're doing anything else, this is the part where we kind of get into that a little bit. Promote yourself. So we're gonna start off with we'll let the tech fan go ahead and say his piece, and let everybody know. Go ahead.
How you say that so disrespectfully? I just don't know how you
Because it has to be said disrespectfully.
Oh wow!
You say that like so. Look. Me and Auntie Pam, the only ones in here repping the Atlanta team.
Yes.
The Atlanta team.
Awesome.
But we represent Georgia as a state, though.
I don't care about Georgia as a state. You better go cheer for Valdosta State, then. Shoot, look. Anyway,
are they playing the basketball game? Oh, never mind.
I am Daryl, aka Black Jedi. That's BLAKK Jedi. Follow me on Twix and Instagram at that. Oh, and I am about to start my a separate podcast, just based on inspiration from looking at for my ATL movies over here. I'm about to start a nerd podcast. I came up with a name for it just sitting here. It's going to be called Gen X C'est Quoi.
I love it.
You got to spell that, bro. That's a lot of
love it. I love it.
Okay. And say that again, just for those that didn't hear the name of your new podcast, and then who you are again.
As soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna register it on YouTube. It's Gen X C'est Quoi, like Je ne sais quoi, but it's gonna be Gen X because I'm old. And old as I'm dirty. I'm almost old as dirt.
No, you're not old.
You're young.
You got a baby face, like you.
Right.
Man, that man kicking them double nickels, baby.
Boy, double nickel next year, right? Double nickel.
You still younger than me.
Himself.
I feel I must be real old then.
Wait, he's 55.
I'm past 55.
Next year, I'll be 55 next year. Just turned 54.
You are not 54. Holy,
Boy,
like were you living
You
there
don't
around the
look,
youth?
I'm telling you.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
yeah.
man.
I got a gang of kids, and matter of fact, my youngest is 4 years old. So as soon as I get done with this and I register this domain, I gotta run upstairs and put her to bed because she drive my wife crazy.
Wow.
So
All
yeah.
right, go ahead. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Really, we appreciate you though. And then you're welcome back. You know, you'll be wearing some the Georgia gear next time we see you. Okay.
Appreciate it. I watch y'all as often as I can. So appreciate y'all for letting me come in here with these two ruffians, these two right wherever they are. Y'all can see it with them two knuckleheads. Thank you for having us in here.
I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. T-Wil.
Yes, ma'am.
Let
Guys,
us know how to find you and all that again, so everybody can find you.
Absolutely, guys. Maggie, first off, panel, thank you guys for having me. This was fun. It was really fun. Enjoyed it. Had a fun on a Tuesday night. You can see me at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. We typically do shows, the Terry and Carrie show, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday at some point in the morning. Scott and I do a show Thursday nights at 6 called What the Falcon, Home of the Brave. We have a Falcon. You said just okay. Let me follow instructions. For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube, For My ATL Movies 1 on YouTube as well. There you go. And thank you for having me.
Right. You know, they can find, of course, you can mention your other shows.
Right.
But,
no, it's fine. It'll take 10 years. We don't have time. Y'all go ahead. Right.
Exactly.
My wife is over here looking at me like, shut up. You always got to do the most.
Yeah, I'm gonna get caught looking at you.
And you know, we got to simplify it for our fans sometimes. There's a lot of letters and things like, okay, to carry, you know. Okay, now we know what the YouTube handles are. We're going to find you, and then we'll know to look for those shows. The same thing with you and your channel. You're going to register over there. I'm excited about that. I love new things and new
check them out.
And, I love movies and things like that. Now we got somebody inspired to and love being a nerd. And I love nerds. So, you know, it's a win-win situation there. Yeah, more content, especially if whatever our Falcons decide to do, at least you got some other things you can be looking at, you know, and laughing and see these amazing people. And I'm gonna go ahead, yell. Go ahead and let everybody know how to find you and what you got going on.
All right, I am Yo, the originator of Make Way Sports. So y'all can find us at Make Way Sports on YouTube. And I also have a podcast I haven't been too active on, but I will soon. It is Make Way Devotionals, and it's going to be short devotionals. I am a minister, and so, you know, I believe that if you make way for God, He'll make a way for you.
Amen.
Plain and simple, and yes. You telling you that's the most important thing. I'm glad you said that. You know, I appreciate you guys though, and also you, Mr. Mathis.
Yeah. Say the greatest for last. I appreciate it. Nah. They got way more stuff going on than I do, but you can find me on Instagram and X at M_F_J21. It's Atlanta sports, man. That's what I put up. That's what I post. I'll joke all day though. We appreciate it.
What's your site again?
Say it again.
What's your name of your YouTube?
M_F_J21.
21. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And what I need for everybody to send me your email,
right now.
send me a message of all y'all handles so I can put it in the description at the end of this so people can actually find you and subscribe. Even your new registered channel that you're coming up with. Send me all your YouTube links or whatever you want them to follow you at. Send it to me later on this evening. So I can put that in the description so we can find everybody better. And y'all come on back to this show and rewind it back. And coach.
Oh, Coach on Chain on everything.
There you go.
Coach on Chain. It's
Coach
very simple.
Simple enough.
It's just simple as that.
He's out Saturday. He's out sometimes Friday. Saturday, man.
After the season.
So you know, you get a little bit of this college football as well. And it's the Morning Bird Reader. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show. I don't know how he gets up that early while out there in Seattle, but he make it work. And we have morning, you know, talk. I love that sports talk. So I love everything that everybody is here on the panel is doing. It's a beautiful thing. Ms. Pam, where they can find you?
Thank y'all for coming on our show.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
you can find me on this podcast. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok even. Now, Coach, are you having a show Saturday?
Yes. You coming on?
I may come on that show if we lose the draw. I may come on that show.
Pam, you feel all confident.
All confident too. Got that.
Yeah.
Got
I probably even if we lose, I probably wear the Georgia shirt on your show.
Well, make sure you wear it.
I don't think we're gonna lose.
Okay.
So
okay. All right. I mean, I think I didn't tell Miss Bree in enough time that we are supposed to go out, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the fellas go ahead and go, and we might just finish this on up in a minute and give Bree a little time, but we might close it out in a minute. But thank you, fellas, for real.
Thank you so much.
I'm blessed to have such great people on the panel.
Awesome. I like this.
Telling you, subscribe to all these channels and show everybody love. That's the most important part about this whole thing. It's just getting our people together and celebrating under one umbrella of being happy about our teams. And we appreciate y'all taking up the time to join us tonight. And we thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Maggie.
Thank you so much. Y'all stay dirty.
All right.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, Miss Pam.
Okay.
I was trying to get Bree a chance. Let me see. But we'll see. She's gonna jump on, but she probably don't got in her bed or sleepy. I'll give it a couple of minutes. But Miss Pam, how did you feel about that?
That was a good show. I enjoyed that. That was nice. That was nice. That was well put together.
I didn't know how it was going to be put together. It was going to be, but I know we was having, and thank you fans for just kind of hanging in there with us a little bit. We had audio issues. If y'all saw me, I was in the background like trying to figure it out. Like,
I had to mute because I didn't know where it was coming from, me or not. I kind of muted when I was not talking.
Right.
Yeah.
So we made it through. So I appreciate y'all just hanging in with that. Thank you, Eric, for tuning in with us. Yes. And Ms. Bree, I wanted to bring you back up. I know you wanted to get on while we're closing out.
Oh, yes. I just wanted to personally thank you on live. I know I've off camera I've personally thanked you, but from the bottom of my heart I just want to thank you so much for spending time with me to celebrate my birthday, even though I celebrated it early, because normally I celebrate it by myself. So it really meant a lot to celebrate with you as well as Tiffany this past weekend. So I just wanted to publicly go in and say that, because we always have fun together. You, me, and Tiffany when we get a chance to hang out.
Oh my God. Yes, they look. We tried to put Bree on the spot, but she was like, "Nope, get that microphone to Maggie." So y'all might see a video of me singing out there. But I love it because I know how important birthdays are, and of course I had nothing planned anyway, so it's like sure it gave me some things to do. But this is what it is. Honestly, when we started this Lady Birds thing, of course, it started off with Pam, and then she started recruiting, and we how it went. It just went from there. But like honestly, these ladies are my my family. So like how we had Wit, she had some personal things going on, and she had been away for a while. It feels good to be around good people. So I'm glad that you was able to enjoy your birthday. I definitely wanted to make sure that you did bring that in. And hey, Ms. Pam, I hope you be in town in December, because we're trying to get back up again in December. But definitely thanking me for that, because it was great. And I was like, I wanted she's gonna cry when that man was singing to her for her birthday.
That was nice. That was so nice.
It was really nice. I thought that was great.
That was beautiful. He did a good job.
He did. Thank you, church too. Oh, also, I wanted to give a big shout out also because this has been also done off camera, and I never got an opportunity to publicly thank her. But I also want to give a shout out to Christy. If she's on here, hopefully she's still on here. She helped me out tremendously. Those that don't know, I am an educator, and so she took the liberty when she came to Atlanta. Who do we play? I can't remember when we played.
We
The
played
Dolphins.
Miami. She came to
The
town
Dolphins
Miami.
game. Yeah, so she brought a lot of supplies down from Mississippi for me and my kids. And so we have been putting them to great use. So
Yes,
kids and I have already thanked her, off on the side, and we literally gave her flowers for doing that for her. But I wanted to publicly go on here because I think I forgot we haven't been getting on at the same time, but I wanted to publicly thank her as well of showing me love in that big way, because little stuff like that, you all just don't know, that means a lot to me.
It means a lot. Yes.
Her and of helping the kids to get what they needed, so they can be successful in school as well.
And that's most important. Like, we got to think about these educators. Of course, that's why we have our, donations. If you guys want to, even if you don't, and you just watch the channel, we love you just the same, because it's like a view is a new subscriber, so whatever you do, share this out, come on these shows, show us love when we're out there in public, just saying you thank us for, we appreciate the show. Those compliments go a long way as well. And so, I mean, anything that you contribute to this channel is a beautiful thing, and we really do appreciate you. And I think right here, Krista said, thank you for educating and nurturing our future.
Yes.
And I'm mad. You left without those fans. So not fans, the fans, right?
The fans.
The flags.
Flags.
The flags.
I was like, no. You'll be back, right? You'll be back in December. Okay. So look, I'm telling you, I got all kinds of stuff in my closet. I'm just like, I picked them up because I said I knew you like to give them to your students too. So I'm gonna just grab as many I can grab. So you can go ahead and, because you raising up some Falcons fans in that classroom.
Yes.
And I love it. But on that note, Miss Bree, you want to let everybody know where to find you?
I am on Facebook, Brian Allen. I'm trying to get back active with X, but it is Country with the U, Bumpkin 26, and I am on TikTok, but not like that.
Okay, and she just followed me on Facebook. She followed me on Instagram because I swear she was telling me how to spell it, and I guess I was just illiterate. I couldn't find it. I can't find Country Bumpkin. So I'm glad she did follow me. Now I can tag her and all, because I be all over Instagram tagging people. I can't tag you because I couldn't find you. So now you can get harassed with tags about our show now. So get ready. All right, folks, you already know who I am. I'm Maggietproductions. As you know, I am the boss of all bosses, but I'm not really, because I love my ladies. I love my crew, and I just love everything that we do at Atlanta Falcons Nation. We have a new song, by the way. I've been uploaded.
Yes.
We do have a new Atlanta Falcons Nation song. I don't know if nobody really paid attention to it, but go look on that link of me posting about T-Wil's being on the show. I might actually upload the full version tonight. I'll probably do that. I'll put it on YouTube and I'll put it on social media so you can hear it, because we got to rise up in here, and we got to bring in some new tunes. So on that note, let's get up out of here. Ooh, Tykel is probably on, and and I'll get on over there, and go finish up and watch the show. All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, right.